Hi. Um, I'm going to be talking about this plate carrier. It's my plate carrier that I use as Cat Scout. Um, I'm a Bradley driver right now, so I mean, most of the time I don't need half this shit, but um, it's nice to have. Um, it's important to have if you know you're actually in war and something happens to your Brad, and like say it fucking explodes or catches on fire or some shit, or you just run out of gas or the engine dies or the gun goes down or something like that, and you need to dismount and you actually need to fight with a rifle. um, this will all be nice to have because uh, as a scout, you need to be able to fill in every billet, whether you need to be a driver, you need a gun, or you need to TC, or you need to dismount because driver's fucking dead or he's tired as shit and he needs to fucking sleep before he fucking rolls the brat over. Same with the gunner, right? So I have my plate carrier set up in a way um, that I think helps me with that, and I'm going to talk about it. So this is a Spiritus LV119. I like it. It's a light carrier. It's very form fitting. It's light. You can do a lot of shit with it. That's as much as I can say about the plate carrier. I like Spiritus. I own some of their shit. Up front here, I have an unobtainium gear DR or drip rig as a placard with got two tourniquets on the side here. I can pull these out. Oh shit, I'm dead. I'm dead as fuck because I didn't pull my tourniquet out. It's too tight on the bottom here. Yeah, I got two tourniquets here. This left one's secured with a buckle, but you can get them out easy enough. Up in the front, I've got 4 magazines and 2 grenade pouches. Obviously, fit grenades. Fucking obviously, these ones that I have in here aren't real. They're fucking the Russian impact grenades. I think they're called RGOs or RGNs or something like that. There's 3D printed dummies, but they do fit in here, which is important for consolidation or some shit. They also obviously fit M67s because these are the issued hand grenade pouches. And then I also carry just my fucking gloves in one of them. Up front, I've got a just little general purpose pouch. I don't even know where the fuck I got this from, but it's nice. I don't have a lot of shit in here right now because I usually keep this one pretty empty because I need to lay down and shoot. It's nice to not be pushed up a mile fucking high. So this one's pretty empty. I do have some 550, goddamn, a matte pen and a pair of trauma shears in here. The one thing I don't like about this pouch is it opens up all the way. So if it's dark as fuck and I'm like looking at this shit under nods, or if I have my red lens out and I just pull this all the way open, or like I'm digging around here and I pull it forward a bit too much, and then all my shit just falls out on the floor, and now I've got to pick up all my shit. Hopefully I didn't lose anything important in there. Yeah, I usually keep this pretty empty. In case I get thrown some fucking bullshit or whatever before we do anything. Behind or actually up top, I have the Shaw Concepts admin panel. I also keep this pretty light because I don't want it to bulk out too much, because the way it is now, it's sloped inwards, it's tapered inwards, and there's two Velcro tabs that you attach underneath your placard so that it stays out of the way of your mags and shit when you're trying to fucking reload. But I keep this pretty empty. I keep a lighter and a little tin of stiff lip supplements, dippable pre-workout, because it's nice not to be tired as fuck all the time. Get your slight boost of morale in from them. Now, about this placard, you can attach your first spear tubes directly to it, and it's generally better because it pulls your placard in tighter, compacts everything down. I opted not to do that. Reason being, again, I'm a Bradley crew member, and if we're wearing armor, I don't need to have 4 mags up front, because one, it's going to bulk me out. Obviously, you can see it bulks out a bit, and that's fucking annoying as shit when you're trying to crawl around inside the Bradley, or if you're getting recovered from the driver's seat and they have to drag you through the hellhole while your mags and shit are getting caught on everything that's in there. So not even including your dismount bag and your fucking dismounts in someone else's ruck sitting in the hellhole, right? So keep mine only attached by the buckles and the Velcro. Right, so I can just take this off and I can clip it onto my dismount bag, or just keep it next to me. Now, up front, underneath that, I have the Shaw Concepts rear document stacker. Again, I have it under. I opted not to find a way to attach it to the drip fucking placard, because, again, I take this off and I would like to have some space to store shit on my plate carrier still, even without that. And also, this bulks you out very slightly. It's fucking minimal, basically. I barely notice it pushing out at all. So I usually don't keep a lot of shit in here. Again, I don't want this shit any further out than it needs to be. So I just keep a small little notebook in here with some range cards. Face paint. You generally don't need face paint inside of a Bradley, because who's going to see your fucking face inside of a Bradley, right? Also, a Bradley's a pretty big signature compared to a fucking person, so don't exactly need it all the time. But I also have a Tholes tactical handbook, unit leader, small, for Cap Scouts. This thing's pretty fucking cool. Way overpriced, in my opinion. These things are like $90, but it's got a lot of useful information in it, especially for scouts. Conversion tables, fundamentals of reconnaissance, security, key tasks for the 3 forms of recon, movement formations. I probably don't need that in there. Patrol bases and shit, OP site selection, route selection. Gets the good parts somewhere. Yeah, here it is. The overlays for route reconnaissance. If you've ever seen that before, what the fuck? That would be a nightmare to even attempt to memorize. So it's nice to have a little handbook that shows you all that shit. Threat weapon systems. So just capabilities of enemy small arms and shit. It goes all the way up to crew-served weapons and man-portable rocket launchers, or anti-tank weapons, mortars, and then it also has a small vehicle ID section, I guess, for commonly used vehicles. As a scout, you know, you should know vehicle ID. You should be pretty proficient at it. It's a pretty big aspect of your job. It's pretty important, especially if you're actually reconnoitering an area and you see like a BMP-2 and you send it up to your PL as a T-72 and then they call it up to hire as a T-72, that's fucking bad, because if you call for fire or some shit, they're going to dedicate a lot more ammunition to that, because I think there's a larger element than than what's actually there. Or if, they decide to fucking send up the main body and have them attack that area, or that enemy element, they could dedicate a lot more forces to it than what they needed to and expend a lot more ammo, and something that just they shouldn't have needed to do, because if it was like a BMP and your engagement criteria said you can engage BMPs, you could have taken that out on your own with no fuss at all. So yeah, that's a cool little thing. More tables and shit. Also important is reports. You should have a lot of reports memorized, but I mean, even so, it's nice to always have a reference to it. So, I keep my goals in my fucking rear document stacker. This looks like piss. It isn't. It's Gatorade, right? If you're hot swapping a Brad and somebody left a Nalgene or something in there, it's your obligation to piss in it. Just saying. Alright, moving on to the sides. I've got another grenade pouch here. Again, fucking grenade pouch. And then I've got a multi-tool pouch, which I have a Leatherman, what's this, Leatherman Super Tool, I think? Right? Yeah, Super Tool 300. That just stays nice and tight in there. Yeah. Obviously, everyone knows how important a fucking multi-tool is. On the inside, I only have one thing mounted internally, and that's, my issued rifle mag pouch, and I only keep one mag in there, obviously, because I don't want put two in there. It's gonna push way the fuck against your body, and I only have one of these on each side, because with my placard, that's 6 up front basically already, so that's your full combat load just up front. Super slick and shit too. On the outside, I have some buckled double mag pouch. I picked this up at a fucking Circle store. I have no idea what the brand is or anything like that, but it's nice. Holds your mags in tight. Could fit 2P mags in there. I have one in here for now, but this is the 7th mag. This is what goes into my rifle at first. So usually doing anything, this is empty, and you could store other shit in there, smoke grenades, dagger maybe. So this is nice to have for that. Attached to the bottom I have another tourniquet down here, just because, I mean, most guys only carry 2 tourniquets, but I've got more than 2 limbs, so I want to at least carry 3 tourniquets, I'd say. There's a 4th. There was a 4th on here before. I don't know what I did. I think I took that off because I think it started getting in the way too much. But this is the Faro Concepts fucking mini dangler or some shit. And in here, I just keep some ear pro, some electrical tape, and a Petzl headlamp, along with some batteries for some headlamp. Again, just very ghetto duct tape case for this 3 AAA batteries. And then up here nice and tight, I've got my IFAK. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to grab out when it's on your body, but you know, just an IFAK. That's all it is. And it's nice in there. Let's keep it out for now. But yeah, I have this. I'm not worried so much about Velcro stacking because the only things I have attached to the Velcro are the rear docking stacker, tubes connector, or the tubes Velcro panel, and then the placard. This dangler is attached to the Velcro inside that closes the plate bag, which is generally where you should keep your dangler attached to. It pulls it a lot closer to your body, for one, so it doesn't get in your way as much. And also this one, like, it doesn't bulk. It's not all the way out there either, so it's also not in the way in that regard. Yeah, again, talking about the cummerbund, this is the Shaw, was it Arc V2, Arc V3, I don't know, cummerbund. I used to have a Bees Combat Systems 3-cell cummerbund in here, but I found that I couldn't put mags in the places I wanted to, and it just all around was not a great fit for this, for what I wanted to do with this plate carrier. So I ended up taking those off. The elastic was nice, it lets you breathe a little bit more, but I kind of want the structure a bit more. And also the way that this placard is attached, it's attached with shock cord, so it stretches a little bit as I breathe. Anyways, moving on to the rear of the plate carrier. Oh, actually, on the inside of the back plate bag, I have an ice plate from Core Performance. I think it's like their fucking ice plate curve or some shit. I don't know what it's called, but it's got the source tubes, which means it has the source quick disconnect tubes. The ice plate's cool. It's really slick. You know, it's tight against your body because it's behind your actual plate. My only issue with it, 2 only issues with it, is that it only holds 1.5 liters of water, and the way that you have to screw the cap on, your body can press the quick release button and it'll just slightly pop the tube out. So you can just be sitting down, you lean back a little bit, and then you accidentally push that, and now you're fucking, the left side of your pants are fucking soaking because all the water drained out through the tube. So not the best in that terms, but I mean, it's still nice. Put cold water in there, it cools you down. Put hot water in there, it heats you up. Very nice. I like it a lot, so keep it. Also because it's nice to have emergency water in there. Now, in case I'm got to scuttle the Brad and I've only got canteens and shit on my fucking dismount bag and whatever's in my ice plate. So it's nice. It doesn't, yeah, it's just nice. I'll say that. Also, one thing about the Spiritus plate bags, normally they're very rectangular. Like they're completely, it's like a complete rectangle from the shoulder straps all the way to the bottom of the plate bag. And I guess that is fine, but it does kind of get in the way when you try to shoulder a rifle. So what I ended up doing is taking some 550 cord, wrapping it around these little loops here, and just pulling it together and tying it in the rear so that it pulls it so it fits more with the shoulders of the plates. Also, the LV119 has this nice little pocket right here, which is great for holding like maps or some shit in there. So super nice to have. All right, this is the Spiritus, what is it, Spiritus Assault back panel or some shit. Stupid expensive, right? The core back panel itself is like $200 already, and then this fucking molly panel up here was another like $50. And I don't even really keep anything in here because I need to throw a ruck on or something like that. It's gonna just push it out way too far to the point where I wouldn't be able to secure my hip belt or waist pad. So I keep this basically completely empty. Nothing in here except for some MRE main meals that I've two of them duct taped together so that they stop sliding on top of each other, and a fucking just a little portable charger in the back here because I like to run my phone up front for when I'm bored at a range or some shit, and I just want to flip it down and watch YouTube or some shit while I'm just waiting. So yeah, that's all I keep in there. Again, this is obviously on the tightest setting. The Spiritus back panel, there's two zippers in here, so you can allow it to expand, and there's this little zipper area up here that you can open up, and you can shove like a camelback or fucking whatever shit in there, some other bladder or tools, because it can also expand at the bottom. Yeah, it can expand at the bottom, so you can throw like, I don't know, like a sledgehammer or a crowbar or a fucking Halligan, but you can throw like wire cutters or some shit in there, or like those, yeah, just throw some shit in there. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else to talk about with this fucking plate carrier, honestly. Like, super bare bones, I guess. And I've got these, the Shaw shoulder pads too, because the ones I got with this plate carrier were like the super fucking thin, like, sleeves that go over it, and they have no padding, so it's just basically just the Velcro sitting on your shoulders and not very comfortable. So I end up getting these padded shoulder pads, and they do interface well with the ruck, so it's not an issue to me. It's not an issue to me at all. Yeah, I mean, I don't really carry much. I'm lower enlisted, so I don't need to carry like admin gear, like radios or anything like that. I mean, I could, if we need to scuttle the Brad or destroy it or some shit. I think this back panel opens up large enough to take the RT 1523 radios that are mounted inside. So I think I could carry that, but I could also carry it in my bag too. So, I mean, not a massive issue for me that I'm really concerned about. But yep, super bare bones. Not a lot to it. Not a lot in there, which is nice because it would suck to have a lot of weight on you while you're just sitting inside of a Bradley most of the time. So this is my shit. I like it. I like it a lot. That's it, I guess.